Okay, Mount Digital Comics Marvel news of the week.
Hi.
Couple
Hi
of
there.
articles this week. Lots and lots of rumors, but this is not a rumor.
No, it is
Next
not.
Spider-Man movie is going to be directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, who did
Yes.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yeah.
Um, I thought this was confirmed, but it doesn't really. It doesn't. It says eyes, but I'm pretty sure this is confirmed.
I'm
Um,
pretty sure they confirmed it.
Says he's in early talks to direct the next installment. It's unknown whether formal negotiations have begun, but insiders say he's the top choice to direct and is on board to take over the reins from John Watts. As for returning talent, deals for past stars Tom Holland and Zendaya are not yet closed, but both the illustrious have been in touch with executive producers. Yeah, so I'm fine with this as a choice. It kind of sucks that we're not going to get Shang-Chi 2 for a while. It's already been 3 years.
5 years.
Has it been? It has been. Has it been 5 years? No,
Because it was 2000 and...
it wasn't 20.
Sorry.
It wasn't 2019. It was 2021. It says in the article,
Sorry, my
right,
my bad.
right here.
3 years. 3
Yeah,
years.
it's been 3 years. So we're looking what, another three, I guess, before that thing
Easily.
comes out. Yeah.
Easily.
Um, but I like the choice.
Yes.
Moving on. Okay, so Armor Wars has been long rumored to be a movie, a television show. We don't really know.
Yes.
But now we're getting a final decision on Blade and Armor Wars. Blade's bad journey back to the big screen has been nothing short of headache-inducing. The movie was first announced at San Diego Comic-Con in 2019 when Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige introduced Mahershala Ali as the MCU's Daywalker. Stacey Osei Kuffer was tapped to pen the screenplay in February 2021, the idea being to wrap shooting by the end of that year. The start date was soon pushed back, but Bassem Tariq came on board to direct shortly before Blade made a voice cameo in The Eternals. Additional delays followed, and Tariq was replaced by filmmaker Yann Damage. Bo DeMeo and Michael Starbury both had tackled the script at this point, with Nick Pizzolatto and
Yeah.
Michael Green following them. Various cast members have left the movie as it continued to evolve. This past June, Damage stepped down as Eric Pearson signed up to polish the script. As for Armor Wars, it was first announced as a Disney Plus series in 2020. Yasser Lester was hired as head writer in August 2021, but countless delays followed until September 2022. We learned it was being redeveloped as a movie. Now, with Marvel Studios tasked by Bob Iger with getting back to quality over quantity, it seems tough decisions are going to be made in the final months. According to scooper Dan Rickman, the fate of both projects is likely decided by the end of 2024. One or both could be scrapped or may move forward as planned. Scrapping two high-profile comic book movies with black leads won't look good for Marvel Studios, though. Ali no longer playing Blade would be a real shame. However, the release of Deadpool and Wolverine has led to an increased interest in Wesley Snipes once again returning to the role, and interest among fans in Armor Wars has always, unfortunately, been pretty minimal.
Yes.
Yeah, I like Don Cheadle. Don't really care about Armor Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to see Blade, though.
Yep.
Do I care if it's one or the other? Like, I have nostalgia for Wesley Snipes, obviously, but
I
he's
don't think I
too
have
old
enough.
to carry the role for the. I mean,
Yeah.
even Marshall Ali is now almost too old to carry the role for the next.
I
years,
would
so.
I would almost agree. I would almost agree. I feel like it almost has to be completely, I don't know, man. Like almost, what would you say, rebooted? Whole
Well,
new cast, whole new writers.
script. Throw it
Yeah.
out and start over.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know what? Who's done good vampire? Mike Flanagan. Maybe give him a shot at it. He's done good
He did
vampire.
he did do good, dude. Yeah, it was good.
Okay. So, more MCU. Well, here, let's get to this first. I saw this today.
Okay. What are you
Stan
feeling?
Lee is a giant liar. So, a new book called Stanley Lied from
Okay.
Chad Gower has come out.
Oh, Chad.
He's written a new book called Stanley Lied. Full title is Stanley Lied, Your Handy Guide to Every Lie in the Origins of Marvel Comics. And it does exactly what it says on the tin. Dedicated to Bleeding Cool favorite Bob Beer Bomb, Bleeding Cool gets itself a mention. Takes the Stanley authored Origins of Marvel Comics for its 50th anniversary and systematically attempts to disprove as many of the statements in that book as possible, using recorded facts, archives, testimonies, memories of others. This is a case for the prosecution. There's no attempt to be even-handed. Anything that doesn't challenge the tenet that Stanley didn't co-create or write the comic books he claimed to have and was credited for is either not included or dismissed with a hand wave. Because hand waves are always evidence. Okay, so the 1974 volume Origins of Marvel Comics itself is getting a deluxe hardcover printed by Gallery Editions next month. Maybe you could read them together. Here's just one small example to let you know where this is going. Quote, Stanley, at the moment, the trend is monster stories. Jack and I were having a ball, turning out monster stories with imperishable titles as Zom, The Creatures Swallowed the Earth, Grotu, The Giant Anteater, and Fing Fang Foom. Stanley signed almost everything he ever did from at least 1950 on, most likely from day one, but for sure from 1950 on. He signed pin-up pages as if he wrote even the smallest of dialogue on it. Paper dolls in the Patsy Walker comics, he rarely ever missed an opportunity to sign his name to something, to get credit and, of course, the pay. But he never signed a single Jack Kirby monster story, and from those pre-superhero years at Marvel Comics, which means he didn't write any of them. Not one single story. He signed none of them, which means he didn't write on any of them.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean he just maybe decided to start signing his name to things. Doesn't necessarily mean he never... I don't know. Is that evidence? Like, he started signing things in 1950, but before that, he didn't. Does that mean he never created a story or was co-creator of a story? Does he have someone on record saying Stanley only started signing things in 1950 because he wanted to take credit for everything, and before he wasn't? Before he never came up with anything, so he wanted to steal? I don't know. Anyways, this is the cover, your handy guide to the Origins of Marvel Comics. It's available for purchase on Amazon. If you're interested to read that, then you can click the link on Bleeding Cool, I guess.
Gonna have to research that dude's name to see if there's like any type
Gower?
of
Gower.
See if there's any weird animosity or something going on.
So I read the X-Men animated series book. There was a like biography that came out about the creators behind that and like from beginning to end. There was a couple stories in there about Stan pitching ideas that seemed to the writers terrible, and they would kind of just dismiss it and like, okay, Stan, we'll think about that. But that was in his later years of his, he was in his 70s by then, so
easy.
He died at the age of 95?
I think so.
How old is Stanley? Stanley. He was 95. So, I don't know. Maybe he wasn't really in touch with the youth of the 90s. It had to change a lot from the 60s and 70s.
Just a tad.
But I don't know. I don't know if there's any truth to this. Maybe one day I'll read it. I don't know.
Probably.
You kind of don't want someone to tear down your hero either, though. Well, I mean,
not
that Stan Lee's a super huge hero of mine. It's just like he seemed like a really good guy that would sit with any fan and talk with them, sign stuff. Yeah. I don't know.
I believe that.
You waited till he was dead to bring this out?
Yeah, like come on.
Okay. Anyway, more Marvel news. I mean, roundup, whatever, rumors. Always rumors. Okay. Full screen. We have another round of Marvel MCU universe-based rumors. The Cosmic Circus Scooper has built a strong track record, Alex Perez, but there's a lot of speculation, guesswork here, so we're focusing on more substantial and solid rumors. He shares a lengthy post. First, we'll start with Avengers Doomsday. Perez doesn't think we'll see the real Kang again following Jonathan Majors' firing, But in response to the question wondering how they'll justify the switch from Kang to Doctor Doom, he mentions Rabin Allah. In Jonathan Hickman's acclaimed New Avengers run, it was revealed that the mysterious figure known as Rabin Allah was actually Doctor Doom all along. In the story, the leader of the Black Swans was believed to be causing incursions in an attempt to destroy the multiverse. It was later revealed he was actually trying to save the multiverse from the Beyonders. Could Robert Downey Jr. Take on Doom be introduced as a Kang variant calling himself Rabin Allah, and eventually follow the same arc? When it comes to Loki's potential involvement in the next Avengers movie, Perez believes the God of Mischief will have a more of a MacGuffin role. He doesn't expect Tom Hiddleston to stay on as the character post Secret Wars. Moving on to Spider-Man 4. So. Yeah, like his story's kind of done. Like I love Loki,
he's gonna pop. But... Yeah, I think it's gonna be a pop in and pop out type of thing. Maybe ish, given.
Maybe I'll have like a cameo or something.
I think it'll be more than that, but we'll see.
Moving on to Spider-Man 4, Perez claims the movie will have a blend of street level and multiverse elements. He also heard that there are plans for the Magia Crime Syndicate and Hammerhead, but isn't sure they'll introduce this in the next movie. As for the spell that Doctor Strange cast at the end of No Way Home to make the world forget Peter Parker exists, he believes it will be explored more and eventually broken. Previous rumors have claimed that Spidey will come into contact with Venom in Spider-Man 4. Perez mentions that this is becoming an increasingly high possibility. Although... Tom Hardy said he was done. So is it like are they recasting Venom?
That would be a very good idea.
Yeah, like I love Tom Hardy as an actor, but I'm not really sure I was ever sold on him being Eddie Brock.
I would agree.
Yeah. Paris had an interesting response to a reader wondering what sort of role we can expect the Thunderbolts characters playing Avengers Doomsday. As allies of the Avengers are hindrances for them, Alex said, quote, the new Avengers. There'll also be certain... So wait. They're turning the Thunderbolts into the new Avengers? Like, you would think he meant to say the Dark Avengers, or maybe just keeping them Thunderbolts.
The asterisk is there for a reason.
Yeah, I guess. Thunderbolts times... I don't know. There'll also be certainly other members of this ragtag group. Perez believes there are plans to introduce Alpha Flight. This isn't the first time we've heard that Canadian superhero team might show up in the MCU, but it's been a while for any updates. If this doesn't happen, any Alpha Flight-based project would likely tie into the X-Men reboot. Worth a mention, when it comes to further exploration of the cosmic corner of the MCU, Perez has heard that the Annihilation Wave and Shi'ar Empire being discussed. Let's go. He also backs up previous rumors that a fifth solo Thor movie is in early stages of development. I like a lot of these rumors. Thor 5, if you get someone... We need to go back to serious with Thor. I think they all realize that.
Yeah.
I'm not... I would enjoy seeing an Alpha Flight movie, but I don't know that they're popular enough to be a movie.
Not a movie.
I feel like they're kind of niche compared
special
to
presentation.
The other team.
Come on.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, all right.
Give it to us.
Sam Squanch. Oh man, if you could have the Trailer Park Boys show up in an Alpha Flight movie,
that would be.
Maybe they have to battle Conky.
Comes back from the swamp.
Oh man.
So good.
Yeah, I don't know. So far, all these are fine. Okay, Vision casting news.
Yes.
Did you watch Picard season 3?
I did not.
Well, you're a
dummy.
Go fuck yourself.
It was fantastic, and Todd Stashwick, who was in season 3, was also fantastic. He has been cast in the WandaVision series spinoff. No word as to who he will be playing. It's an undisclosed role. While his character is not named, the trade believes Stashwick will play an assassin who's on the trail of the android and the technology he possesses. Could this be an established Marvel Comics villain? There are numerous characters that fit that assassin bill, so let's let the speculation commence. yeah, I think we're all excited for that series. Paul Bettany's great. Terry Matalas is great.
Very excited. Very, very excited. One of the most exciting things I'm
What's
excited
her name
for.
is great.
Exciting.
What's her name? Olsen. What's her name?
Elizabeth
Olsen. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I said there was a lot of MCU rumors in this one, and here's another one.
Yeah.
MCU street level rumor: Defenders reunion. Am I for this? I think I am.
I think I am as well.
Show me the money.
Are you saying that it would cost a lot of money to bring this together?
Probably about both. I guess maybe we.
You know what though?
Both.
Like, I feel like Sigourney Weaver was kind of wasted in the Defenders. Like, she was in the MCU for. And the Defenders, I don't know, was the Defenders even 6 episodes? Was it? It was 4, wasn't it? Was it 4 episodes?
I won't say it.
Oh, okay, you look that up. Maybe it was 6. I don't remember. Okay, so before we get into the juicy stuff from Alex Perez, he had a small update on Hawkeye season 2, which I'm also interested in. I liked that first season. He reveals that one of the main ideas right now is for Haley Steinfeld's Kate Bishop to have a much larger role in the series. However, it's only in development, not officially greenlit. As for Daredevil, will supposedly become a gateway to new stories for street superheroes. Some of the possibilities being considered for future projects are team-ups with Moon Knight and Florence Pugh's Black Widow. Before that happens, we have 2 seasons of Daredevil Born Again to look forward to. Bullseye and the Punisher are both going to appear in season 2. This report is to be believed, with Frank Castle's role set to be much larger in the next batch of episodes. Back to Bullseye, he will probably do something to make Matt Murdock very, very angry. Will he kill Karen? I don't think
Someone
it'll
gonna
be Froggy,
die.
but he might kill Karen.
Someone gonna die.
Elaborating on that, Matt will be pushed to the brink further than he had been in the Netflix show because of the threat of news coming to New York. Fisk as mayor, vigilantes being outlawed, and Matt being attacked from every direction of his life because of these storylines. He adds back to basic street level stories will be something we will be able to appreciate in the coming years from Marvel. Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, Echo, and Daredevil Born Again were just at the beginning of the much bigger arc that will be further explored once Secret Wars is out of the way. While he doesn't believe that's Marvel Knights, there are plans for Defender-style team-up, and guess what? It may include some familiar faces. Mike Coulter's Luke Cage, Finn Jones' Iron Fist, and Kristen Ritter's Jessica Jones. Yes, Marvel Studios want all 3 to come back. Not surprising.
Wow.
However, the roles will vary depending on the character, with the most significant change being applied to Danny Rand. I know Mike Coulter was in that show Evil, which apparently is really good. I saw the trailer, and I'm like, eh.
Yeah, you know, it's
And
funny.
then all I've heard is nothing but really
that.
good things about it.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about trying to watch that, actually, recently.
But I also think it got canceled.
Did it?
I think season 4 is its last season.
I know it was, like, it's airing right now.
Evil TV series.
The Defenders was 8 episodes, by the way.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
I don't want to know that. Will there be a season 5? Nope, conclude with season 4.
Oof.
So, he's got some time coming up. Mike Coulter, he's got something to do.
Here's a thought.
Yes.
What happens if they get them all together, and then they just, like, immediately off
Danny
Finn
Rand?
Yeah. Come together, a threat comes in, and just boom, he's gone. What's her name? The girl that he was training or whatever.
That
That's
was better than at the end. Or like, oh yeah, she also got the power of the Iron Fist at the end of this season too, didn't she?
Who's I can't remember, but who was supposed to come back?
Colleen
whatever,
Wing.
yes.
Wing.
So, just do the switch up.
Yeah.
To go.
Okay. More MCU news. Well, rumors. Yeah, lots of rumors.
Yeah, lots.
Will they not just tell us what's going on? Okay. Still from I guess they broke this up into different articles. Alex
Yeah.
Perez says
happening.
that. Okay, so we'll start with the next MCU project hit our screens, Agatha All Along, which comes out next week.
Yeah.
Is that next week with the first 2 episodes?
September. I can't remember.
Yeah, next week, 6 days.
Wow.
Comes with 2 episodes.
Holy jeez.
Holy jeez.
Holy jeez.
Perez isn't willing to give too much away, but confirms we'll see Evan Peters' Ralph Boner in the series. Notes
Wow.
his very short appearance will reveal that the events of WandaVision left him very much affected. On a larger scale, about Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, mentioning that Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom isn't from Earth 616. He has the plan is for Victor and Doctor Strange to share the screen. Why? Well, we previously heard that the idea was for Kang to target 616 Strange due to the threat his variants have posted to the multiverse. Now it appears as if Doom, similarly determined to save reality in his own twisted manner, will do the same. Perez believes Doctor Strange 3 will be released before either one of the next Avengers movies because they have many points to cover, including Strange discovering the role he plays in the multiverse saga, and how he reacts to it, and how he and Clea develop a companionship. Oh yeah, I forgot. Charlize Theron is in the MCU.
There
Whoops.
you go. Hey, yo. Woo! So is Harry Styles. I mean, like,
Oh yeah, and Patton Oswalt.
everybody, and the guy from
Kit Harington,
Kit Harington is, and
who's playing
the guy
a quite disturbing character in
yeah.
season 3 of Industry this year.
Oh, I heard.
We heard about
That's
that,
good.
did you?
Yeah, I heard it's good.
That show's got a weird tone.
Mm.
Like we enjoy watching it, but then it's also like you'll see graphic things that are almost like it's porn. And you're like, what is going on? I thought the show was about finance and tech.
Yeah,
FinTech.
well, I mean, there's a lot of porn in finance and tech.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so
I was gonna say, didn't we get a full-on BJ scene in new Game of Thrones in House of the Dragon? Dude, we did, because I remember looking over at Jessica and going, "Is that
wasn't
is
that
that
full? Wasn't the first
full-on fellatio?"
Yeah,
I
wasn't
can't
that
remember if it was
first-
the full.
Oh,
I don't remember, but they were going through like a
yeah,
brothel,
they were going
and they
through,
were
yeah,
in,
to find
It was in the foreground, right? It was like
Oh,
all
yeah.
blurred out in the foreground, and it was full on mouth to cock. Like there was no ifs, ands, or buts, and it was like that dick was so fake. It was just like a rod, like a straight rod coming down. It looked ridiculous, and I was just, I looked over and I was just like,
Did you see
is this
what I
full
saw?
on? Is this full on fellatio on TV?
Yeah, when
And-
Aegon,
yeah.
no, Aemond, I don't know, there's all other names are the same. The
Oh
one
my-
brother
it's
went to go
so
find the other
annoying.
brother in the whorehouse.
Yeah, the one brother with the white hair goes to find the other brother with the white hair.
Yeah, the eye patch guy.
Yes.
Okay.
Like sucking on the titties.
Ultimately, how he overcomes what is destined to be in order to become what he is always meant to be, the best of us. The one who breaks away from the predestined path set for him and become the hero that ultimately saves the multiverse. As for Clea, there have been multiple rumors about her specific role, however, ranging from being one of the Black Priests that recruits Strange into the Order, or another old rumor from a very old source that Clea might be one of the Black Swans assisting Doom. He later says that Pedro Pascal's Avengers role as Mr. Fantastic will be the equivalent to Rockets in Infinity War and Endgame. Marvel Studios is said to be keen on bringing Ian Grufford back into the fold as Reed Richards for scenes revolving around the Council of Reeds. In terms of cameos, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Hugh Jackman, Baby Locke, as is Nick Cage's Ghost Rider. Regarding how Marvel Studios plans to tie everything together in short order, several storylines of the project will carry over to the next saga, including the formation of the Midnight Suns. However, some upcoming movies have a level of interconnectivity that will bring characters up to speed in time for the next Avengers film. Those are Captain America, Brave New World, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, Ironheart, Spider-Man 4, Shang-Chi 2, and Vision. One plot thread will be visited in Multiverse Saga's Kamala Khan's bangles. Finally, Perez has news on the MCU, the Red Hulk's MCU future. He teases, so there's a massive spoiler for Captain America. I can say it'll be addressed at the end of the film, like a post-credit scene. Well, I don't really expect Harrison Ford to like carry on as the Red Hulk.
No,
for...
absolutely not.
He's 80 now.
That's insane. Like the fact that we had him in Indiana Jones when he was like what 76 or something, like 77.
Yeah, he's 82.
Is bonkers.
82. Defied death a couple of times by crashing his plane. Okay.
It's bonkers.
Oh yeah, we just read this. Spider-Man 4 is officially set. Oh yeah, see, it did get.
See, there you
confirmed.
go.
I had it.
You know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Anything that I missed?
Swing. I don't think so.
No.
Levels of multiverse, but it's gonna be a street level story.
Sure.
I don't know, man. I'm worried, dude.
Okay. So some sad news at Marvel Comics Weekly News. Astonishing X-Men and Planetary artist John Quesada has passed away at the age of 52. It's been confirmed that the prolific comic book artist John Quesada has died at aged just 52. Details are scarce to write this, though we know he was admitted to the ICU at Mount Sinai West Hospital in New York last week. His sister shared the news of his passing in Facebook post read in a Facebook post that read, "My little bro John passed away at 6:51 p.m. Texas time. Please keep me and my mom in your prayers." He began his career in the mid-90s working on Image Comics like Gen 13 and Wetworks. However, we're sure many of you will know his best contributions to the Marvel Universe, where he redesigned Captain America with a look that heavily inspired the MCU, and his work along Joss Whedon on the critically acclaimed Astonishing X-Men. The latter series redefined the characters, and Quesada's work was a massive part of that. Mm-hmm. The artist also co-created Planetary alongside writer Warren Ellis and helped Marvel Comics launch a new wave of Star Wars comics shortly after Disney acquired Lucasfilm. His art is praised for its clean lines, attention to detail, cinematic quality that makes his pages look like stills from a movie. And over the years, he's been nominated for and won several industry awards, including Eisner Awards, and for his work on Astonishing X-Men and Planetary. As you can imagine, countless tributes have poured in, though Mark Waid has shared one of the most touching. You can read it below. That's quite a long list, so you can find that on his Twitter. So I have not read Planetary. I am collecting Astonishing X-Men, that run. Yeah. I have not read it yet because I have like 3 issues left to find to complete the run.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I know a lot of people will be upset and will miss John. Yep. So yeah, what a bummer to end on, eh, bud?
Sorry about that, guys. Life's still okay though. It's alright.
Okay, so that's Marvel News of the Week, and thanks for watching.
Thanks.